This is Heather Olivia Shannon reporting live here at Texas Wesleyan for The Rambler. Today I'm interviewing Tre'Zjon Cothran. He's a senior studying liberal studies with an emphasis in sociology, psychology, and criminal justice. Tre'Zjon, in what way do you think that Texas Wesleyan has shaped you?
Texas Wesleyan has molded me to be more social. A lot of people now do not understand the social life here on Texas Wesleyan because it's so small of a campus, but it has allowed me to be a leader inside of the social life or in a part of the social life, and by that I have learned to communicate with a number of different individuals with a variety of different reasons, you know.
I was informed that you're president of the BSA, the Black Student Association.
Correct.
So what all have you done for the association, and tell us more about it?
Okay, so the Black Student Association, BSA, is obviously an organization here on campus at Texas Wesleyan University. We mainly work towards breaking stereotypes or common stereotypes, and we discuss current events in ways that we can pretty much learn from those events and how we can make the world around us a better place, you know, and educate those around us so they can educate those around them. It started as that, and then it led into pretty much higher education, and so we started to pretty much help kids, you know, to understand the importance of education, things like that. So what I've done, I'm not just going to say me, right?
Okay.
But what we have done as an organization is we have came up with the numerous events to pretty much do just that: break stereotypes, learn from our mistakes, or learn from what's going on around the country, and try to promote education, higher education. So, I'm sorry?
Okay, I was going to say, what is one of the events?
So one of the events that we have done is an event called Officer May I. It was done last fall, and it was pretty much an event. It was an attempt to bridge the gap between local police officers and the community. So we had it was a presentation from a retired police officer, and then we had a Q&A panel with a retired police officer, a current police officer, and a judge. So at that moment, we had the opportunity to ask a lot of questions that we didn't really know the answers to, such as how do I act once I get pulled over by a police officer and I don't feel safe, or you know, just a variety of different laws and rules that we felt that we needed to know that we didn't necessarily know the answer to. So that gave us the opportunity to receive those answers.
I think that's great. And another question I have for you, Tre'Zjon, is do you feel like getting an associate's degree helped you prepare for this university?
I think so. At first, I didn't really see that, you know. I was just like, hey, man, taking these basics all over again. What am I doing? You know, but now I understand it's just prepping you for really the workload, you know, and getting you prepared to learn how to study accordingly and things of that nature. So I really think it's very beneficial, actually.
You're a fellow of the Salzburg Global Citizenship Program, GCP 68, on human rights and universal human rights and global citizenship. How do you think you learned from this experience?
I think that experience really shaped who I am today. You know, like you said, we went out to study in Salzburg, Austria. That was my first time going out of the country. And prior to that, I wasn't really a fan of leaving the country, you know. But once I left, it allowed me to be more open-minded towards other individuals. It allowed me to be open-minded towards myself, honestly, because at first I was very closed off with certain things or certain like different cultures, you know. So after that, like I said, that helped me become more of a person who I am today. As far as once I got to Texas Wesleyan, I more so wanted that leadership role of an organization, so I can help others become more open-minded the way I am now today.
Yeah.
So and it allowed me to, once I became more open-minded, it allowed me to want to learn more about human rights and different things of that nature. So I really think that played a great part of shaping who I am today.
And you did graduate from Tarrant County College this past summer, you said?
Yes.
You must have been very excited.
Yes, I was. Like I said before, at first I wasn't really a fan of trying to get my associates. I ended up transferring straight to Texas Wesleyan from TCC without getting my associates. I was just at I think 58 to 60 credit hours. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and transfer because I'm ready to go. And then, it dawned on me, man, I really want this additional degree. And so I went back over the summertime to get that. They sent it in the mail recently, and I was very excited. So yeah.
And now you're getting ready to graduate in December with your bachelor's.
Right.
And you must be really excited about that. It's another step up the ladder,
Absolutely. I'm very excited about that. I will be the first college graduate in my family. So
Wow.
I'm very, very excited about that, and I'm hoping to set a trend in the family so we can get this thing rolling.
That's great. That's great. So another question I have from you is, what is your advice to college students about getting involved in student organizations?
So, college students usually, especially if you're straight out of high school, or even if you're a commuter, right? And you come to school, you go home, or you go to school and you come to class and you go straight to your dorm. And it doesn't really seem, you miss a lot of the experience, So what I would advise is, you want to be a part of organizations on campus. You want to be a part of a social life so you can have a social life, right? So at the stressful times, because there will be stressful times such as midterms and finals, when you have those times, you have peers that you can lean on who are experiencing the same thing you are experiencing, and they can keep you motivated and keep you going. Because it's when you're just by yourself and you're not really open to that, then it's like, at any point, if you really wanted to quit, you can, and no one's stopping you. So the social life is to really keep you motivated, keep you going, keep you to see what's in the near future. So I would definitely advise being a part of a social life or organization.
Great. How long have you served as president of the BSA? Going back to one of the other questions, how long did you serve?
So I started, this is my first semester as president of BSA. I started at the end of last semester, but this is my first full semester. Prior to that, I was vice president of BSA for about a year. And so I always had a leadership role in BSA. I always had my hands on, what's going to happen or what can or cannot happen with the organization, what are we doing next for the organization and for our members. So I've been president for a full semester now.
Any other student organizations you're involved in? You'd like to share? Okay. Let's talk about the future. What are your plans after graduation?
So after graduation, I've been looking into law enforcement. I've been kind of back and forth with it, but I know I really want to go to law school, but obviously that costs money, right? So right now I'm looking for a job along the field of law that can somehow give me some type of tuition assistance towards law school. And not only tuition assistance, but knowledge for law school also, right? So that's where I'm headed at now. I feel like a law enforcement agency or something along those lines would be perfect because it teaches me, first of all, it gives me the tuition assistance that I'm looking for, right? And then for second, it teaches me a lot about law. It puts me more it makes me think more law-like, if that makes sense, So it has me dealing with situational things, So when I have cases, I have more experience in dealing with this type of situations, and it just prepares me more for law school. And then I'm hoping that once I'm in law school part-time while working full-time, some of the things will maybe cross over that I'm learning in school and doing on my daily job, hoping that they kind of cross over or interact with each other. That way it becomes more familiar and more familiar, and it just kind of makes it an easier process for me, you know? So.
Thank you. And let's talk about some of your memorable moments here on this campus at Texas Wesleyan.
So some of the most memorable moments would be BSA. We hosted a Ramming Out thing, and it's kind of like the TV show Wildin' Out. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's like kind of like we play. It's like a rapping game, but we mix it in with games, you know, or subjects, you know. So that was a pretty good event because it brought a lot of different people together from different cultures, different backgrounds, you know. A lot of things people don't understand is BSA is not just for black people. So it brought a lot of people together, and we all got the chance to have fun. Another event another memorable moment was Naked But Real, you know, and that was pretty much, it's like a poetry slam, and you get there, and it's not only poetry. Some people showcase their music or other talents, you know, but overall it's spoken word, right? And so it gives people the opportunity to express themselves in ways that they don't do on a daily basis. And I volunteered and I participated to get on stage and express myself, you know.
That's great, because I remember you were taking creative writing at one point.
Right.
Back at Tarrant County College. You had some interesting poems there. Did you get to share some of those again, or have some?
I didn't. I ended up just writing and making up new things.
That's
and
good.
When the opportunity had presented itself, I was like, maybe I'll go ahead and give it a shot, you know?
Yeah.
So I ended up doing that, and I really enjoyed it. It was nice.
Sounds great. Here's another question. This is for the future. Where do you think you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself just completing law school. I see myself just completing law school and on that journey of becoming the world distinguished attorney.
And for our closing question, it will be, if you want people to remember you for one thing, what would that be?
I would say always being myself, never turning my back on nobody, despite what they may be going through or who they may be. Never turning my back on nobody and always offering a helping hand. That's what I would really want to be remembered by.
Well, Tre'Zjon, I want to congratulate you on your journey.
Thank you.
And your graduation in December, and your graduation from this summer of 2016 at TCC. You have an interesting life. It's been good also getting to know you from Salzburg trip and creative writing class. And I wish you all the best of luck in your future. You're going to do great things.
Thank you.
This is Heather Olivia Shannon reporting for Texas Wesleyan Rambler.